Angel Heart Radio programs should not be used to replace your legal or medical advice, nor your own sound judgment. Welcome to Angel Heart Radio, where we inspire you to remember your magnificence. Join the conversation on our live streams. Head on over to Angel Heart Radio on Facebook. And there's even more for you on angellight777.com.
Hello and welcome to Angel Heart Radio. I'm your host, Tebeth, and today I've got a show. I'm going to do a relationship reading show here today, and any people in the chat room, we've got to find people in the chat room, and we'll be able to help, or hopefully be able to help you with some themes on what's going on in your life, in your relationships, whether that's for yourself, a partner, or even your family. All of those are important, and particularly yourself. I mean, yourself is where you take everywhere, and how you feel about you affects your outer world and all your relationships. So it's quite an important topic in life, and it's one that has many facets to it. So I'm just going to find out if there's anyone in the chat room at the moment. Hang on, I'm just going to minimize and see if we've got anyone in there yet. No one in there today. Oh, Jenny Laws and Takia. Hello, ladies. It's lovely. Now, if anyone wants a reading, if you can put your date, month, and year of your birth, then I can work out. That helps me tune in to you as well. They'll be shortish readings, but they will help you in some way, I'm sure. Yes, Takia, if you can put your date of birth in, I'll certainly happy to do a reading for you. And Jenny, if you want to do the same. Now, just before I go on, I'll just do a bit of housekeeping. So Angel Heart Radio programs are not to replace any legal, medical, or professional advice whatsoever, nor your own sound judgment. So thank you for that. Okay, let's go. So here, just give me a minute and I'll get this happening. So 25th of the 8th, 1996. Okay. All right. So here, we'll just see what's going on for you at the moment. Very creative lady, quite determined, and you've got quite a good range of expression in your soul. Has quite a good range of expression, so that's very helpful. All I would say, probably your deeper communication on those deeper issues, you need help with opening up more. So it's not all about the other person, it's about you speaking up as well. Very important. Okay, so what have we got here? Okay, what I'm getting is maybe, I think this is you not speaking up enough. You may be expecting the other person, whoever it is, or people, to understand what's going on for you or what you need without actually saying how you feel on a deeper level, and they may not realize. And so miscommunication can happen, and misunderstanding, hurt feelings, and you want to separate yourself from them or in some such way. And whether, that's whether your partner has to go away at different times, and so you're left on your own, and you're just not getting out what you feel, I don't think. And there's good chemistry there, it's there, but I feel it's your communication on that deeper level. It doesn't mean you can't talk about things, but on the deeper level, that's where you may have some problems. But you need to say what you need for you in your life to help you feel wanted and needed and cherished and valued. They're all very important, and you need to do that for your partner as well, whoever this person is. She said, that's my biggest problem. Look, it's not uncommon. Every single human being could learn how to communicate better and let go of that fear of opening up. So just be aware to change things for the better that will help you. And it's coming from, early times in your family. So even this would help your family issues that you have. So learning to doing a communication course, something like that, to help you share from the heart. Yes, probably. I don't know if you're doing anything very creative at this moment, but getting into your creativity can help your self-expression of who you are more, and probably you need to find that within yourself. Okay, so she's been trying to focus on herself and her ex. Oh, yes, a lot of miscommunication. Yeah, it would really, there's a lot of different pressure. I don't know if there's any way of reconciliation, but even if you didn't reconcile properly, at least you could come to terms with why you broke up. Yeah, and that may help in lots of ways. If it's not for this relationship, it'd be the next. But it's certainly saying I feel you could heal this relationship on some level, definitely, by speaking up. And yes, you're saying you've got a gift, but I don't know how to use it. It's finding yourself, who you are, because our relationship with ourselves is the ultimate relationship. It really affects everything else in the world, how we see the world and how people see us. So working on finding out that way of expressing yourself somehow will help your relationships and getting over that fear of speaking up. You've been born with it. You're a healer, yes. So heal thyself. That's the biggest thing. Helping other people is brilliant, but you've got to help yourself. And in that way, you will help others on a greater level by showing your example of how you can change your life and what it's done for you. Very important. And just for the fact of changing your life and you feeling happier goes out into the world and has that wonderful ripple effect. So keep at it. Yes, she's doing some shadow work. That's great. It's so important not to be afraid of doing that work, because ultimately it just needs love and acceptance, and we're all light and dark. And so it's managing and balancing the both. It's the more you deny or afraid of looking at that dark aspect of yourself, ourselves, it becomes greater and bigger, and so therefore more disruptive. So the more you have that self-acceptance, we can't be perfect as human beings. There's no way possible. But of course, you can do as much as you can to learn through that, and the more love for self, then again that flows out to others, and that's true unconditional love. What you see in others is usually in yourselves, and particularly in intimate relationships, we are often dealing with the same issue but coming at it at opposite angles. So if you break it all down, they're going through things that you are, but it will look different, that you have to find ways to look at it. So Taika, it's scary, but I'm experiencing the emotions that I ignore, which is good on you for being brave. That's all you need to do, and just accept those things in yourself, and you will change your life. And what you open up, you'll open up more and allow more things in, which is wonderful. So keep at it. That's great. All right. So I hope that helps. Oh, reconciliation is possible, but I'm scared of failing again. Look, there's no such thing as fail. And there's two of you in this. It's not just you. Communication is the key. Could you put your ex's birth date in there? I can maybe able to help you a little bit with that, just to get an idea of his challenges and, certain things. If you just put his birth date in quickly, I'll be able to look at that. Maybe you're hearing this or not, I don't know. Okay. All right. So Jenny, where are you? Oh, here we go. 1 minute. Oh, Stephen, that's a different person. Jenny Laws, I'll just do you first, and then Stephen, I'll do you in a sec. Oh, I don't know. Is that your ex, Taika? Is that your ex, or is it someone else? I'm not quite sure. Ah, okay. So we got 4, 16 for the 4th, 90. Okay, he's hypersensitive. Hypersensitivity can be challenging, and he likes to learn his own way. That's how he's come in this life, to learn his own way. Sometimes that can create extreme situations to learn, but he has got good potential for communication. So the hypersensitivity, dealing with the emotional stuff, wanting to go there might be the challenge. So you have to work at that slowly. Okay, all right then. Hope that helps. All right, so we've got Jenny. Where are you? Where's your birth date? 21st of the 12th, 1957. Yes, Jenny, very intuitive, aren't you? Got to remember to use that. It's a good gift you've got. Okay, I think you know who we're talking about here. There's true love. This person I think you're asking about is it's certainly a love relationship, and it's a past life relationship. So it's a soulmate relationship, brought up very differently. It's about you reaching out and deciding what is really important to you, whether you can overcome anything that you might find challenging within the relationship, whether you still think the relationship is worthwhile. So it's about you doing the reaching out, and being the vulnerable one to reach out. What else have we got? But of course, looking after yourself first, like knowing your boundaries, loving yourself first is number one. You have to look after yourself before you can help anyone else. And certainly is this committed relationship, and you do know this person. You do know them. So I can't see any reply yet, but definitely you feel you always reach out. Yeah, I know that can feel that way sometimes. It always has to be us that reaches out, but maybe that's for some reason, that's a lesson this life of being that vulnerable one first. For some reason, it seems to happen at times. So it's just being brave and just being yourself again, and not feeling like you have to pretend or justify yourself, who you are, what you feel. So just go with it. But it's certainly a committed relationship. It's there, and it's a soulmate relationship. So I would go for it. Okay, cool. All right, who else have we got here? And it's saying it is safe for you to love this person. It's saying don't be afraid. You have to work through things, but don't feel that things are going to fall apart. But just work through any issues that are there. Keep going through it. That's what you're here to do. All right. So where are we? Sorry. Maz Barnes. Okay. The 8th of the 8th, 1952. As you're a traveller, you like to travel. That's how you've been born, at least. Whether you have travelled a lot or not. Okay, certainly about forgiveness, Maz. It's sometimes we can assume things, and they may not always be correct. It's saying, like keep your mind open. Don't make judgments, quick judgments. Just allow things to unfold. And of course, looking after yourself first, caring, again, boundaries and so forth. Not allowing others to feeling like you're controlled because you're feeling like you have to fit in or be a certain way. And having fun. The lighthearted thing when you're lighthearted, and the play can connect you really well. And it can allow for open communication just through having fun. It's the lightness comes in, and it just shifts the energy so well. So if there's anything you need to talk about that's painful, sometimes in that playfulness, it can change the energy around that. Okay. Oh, the date is the ex-Maz. Okay. Which is yours, Maz? Which is your birthday? Can you put that clearly in? So, okay. Well, I mean, whether it's your ex or not, this is what I've got for the reading. So, okay. If anything, he might be too serious then. Need more fun. Yeah, not to take things too seriously. Maz, yours, right. Thank you, Maz. Okay. Both of you are quite determined, which is a good thing, but communication for both of you is an issue. So that's where the healing needs to happen. It's finding ways to lovingly communicate what you need, and non-confrontational, not taking things personally, learning to see the other side, but that vulnerability of opening up and showing your true self to each other. That would be the issue, I feel, for both of you. Probably letting go a bit of control on your side. And certainly, the passion is there. Yeah, more fun, flirting. Yeah, not so serious. Not taking life as serious maybe as you have been, because that can just drag things down quite a bit. So yes, keep that happening. Maybe the forgiveness is around past hurts, what has happened in the past, and so you've got a Cancerian and a Leo together. Yeah, that can be. That's certainly because on the astrologically you sit next to each other. Depending on your other aspects, yeah, you're both very different, fire and water. So sensitive Cancerian with a Leo. So you've set yourself a good challenge about speaking up. So you've set this up for yourself. It's okay, but it's what you've come in to learn. So it's a really good challenge. Yeah. And Maz is laughing. That's good. Well, I hope I've helped, Maz. Okay, we've got Cheryl. One moment. Welcome, Maz. Wow. Okay, Maz. One thing, you're Cancerian, and Cancerians often can be very creative, and you've come in with extra creativity, so helping you in self-expression would be a thing. Also, you have to watch not overdoing things and not being able to stop. You're always busy. And when you're always busy, you actually can't understand what's going on. You don't process your emotions enough because you're always trying to fill everything up. So you need a quiet space, your home space, and even where you work, that's a calming place would be very good for you. Excuse me. Now, there's some things going on in the past which you need some forgiveness about. And for you, maybe you've controlled yourself in what you've said or not said, probably held back, I would say. And so I'm the opposite to busy. Okay. Well, that's interesting that you are. whatever this is a soul relationship you're talking about, and you obviously know this person, but you've got to give it some time. You've got to get it's love. It's a real love relationship, and that soul relationship. There's levels to soulmate relationships. They can be challenging. There's many levels, but you've come to work with this person to work through issues for both of you. All right. And certainly forgiveness is one of them. It's whether some issue that has gone on you haven't been able to forgive him about or her about. Maybe again you didn't speak up enough, so they didn't know. I don't know if you can let me know in the chat room, in the comment section. But certainly I wouldn't be giving up on this relationship at all. It's finding ways to work around it. Probably doing some own inner work would be very helpful. You said you focused a fair bit on work, possibly. You're busying yourself with that. Sometimes maybe that gets in the way, and not understanding what's going on within you and how to deal with that. Relationships are paramount. I mean, obviously work is too, but relationships will go, how you deal with relationships will even happen at work as well. So look in that area. This person also has had a different background to you. So you both have a different upbringing. So the way you look at things will be different, and your experiences will be different. So that could be part of why there may have been problems in the past understanding each other. It's can be quite small to very large differences in ideals or values even. So you need to look at that for yourself in this. That's good. That's great, Mars. It's important to understand, to get across what you want, what you need to feel loved. And, definitely working on your communication, that's come up here, is very important. So whether you do some courses or something, or you both do something together, would be great. Would be very helpful. So, keep going with it. So you've both definitely contracted soul contracts to come here together to do this. And it's up to you to reach out on this one, okay? To give your partner probably the confidence also to open up for themselves. So keep going with it. Okay, do we have anyone else in the comments that wants a reading at this point? If not, I actually, where's my other card gone? I actually pulled a couple of cards. Or is there any other questions that anyone, while there's no one else wanting a reading, is there anyone has any other questions that they'd like to ask about the readings that I've already given to them? If not, I'm just going to pull another card, just as a general thing for the call today. Okay, family and the throat chakras has come up. Sorry, Stephen. Which is often a big thing for people, speaking up and being heard in a family is a big thing. So especially at this time, there's so much going on, and even within families, tensions are high. So please, everyone, be aware of that. Okay, Stephen, where are you? Okay, 14th of the 11th. Okay, Stephen. Right. You've got very strong will, Stephen. You've been born with that, which is good. So if anything you have the desire to do, your will certainly carry you through this to get it done. And very strong determination, very creative as well. Okay. The only thing I would say to you, you have to be aware of others, what their needs are. Don't sort of railroad everyone for what you want to do. Just remember the balance. That's all I would say to you. Now, there is a situation where there's someone that, you really have feelings for, but it feels like you're not together at this point. But it's a really lovely relationship, and there's certainly passion there. You're feeling a bit like not sure with this. It's a past life relationship. So I would say it's saying trust it and just take it slowly, and work through these concerns of what is putting up some red flags for you, or your concerns around it. Again, talk to the person. Maybe saying, get some help, ask for help from people in whatever way that you need help, to help you get through this while, until you're together. It's saying that it's something that if it takes time, you'll be happy that you waited to work through whatever it is. Sometimes a separation where you can't be together is a way of working through old issues. It's definitely a past life relationship. So why you're not together at the moment, or apart for a short while, whatever the situation is, you just need to keep that trust going. That may be the lesson in this, and keep your faith and trust what you feel, not what what your head's telling you so much. Yeah. So sounds good, but yeah, you've got a challenge in trusting yourself and your feelings, not your mind. Okay. If you want to, if there's any comments, any other questions you wanted to ask me around that, Stephen? You're not there. Yeah, Cheryl, I did yours a minute ago. Okay. So okay, again, I'm going to try a different deck altogether as a general one for anyone who's listening. Okay. It's going to throw me all over the place today. Okay, sometimes when things, the world as it is at the moment is challenging. It can throw up really good challenges, and there can be negative ones. So it's sometimes even believing, questioning God. Why is all this happening? In terms of what it can do to all our lives in different aspects. So it's generally, this is general for everyone. So basically it's saying try and look at things a bit differently, or what your perception is. Change your perceptions of this time, what you can achieve around this time, or go do your inner work on yourself would be a great one, and keep with the gratitude. It's interesting, the color card has come up. And color is very healing vibration, and it can change your mood and how you feel. And certainly when you're with people, you really need to look at color is life, and what you put on or put around you will create a different effect all the time. Black is a wonderful color, or black is wonderful, but the overuse of black can be quite depressing, and you absorb a lot when you wear black. Just be aware of when you wear black, or if this is for anyone, when you wear black, you're absorbing. And so, if you're wearing black at home, fine. But when you're out in big crowds, just realize that. And black masks, particularly, they can be, and for little children, they can be a bit confronting, that color. And also remember, you're absorbing with black. So maybe change your color. Think about that as well. And so changing our perception at any time will create a different effect how we see life. And, if you're looking for love at this point, or anyone, or in relationships, changing your perception of what you think is or isn't, and whether you can attract someone this time, is it safe, that sort of thing. If gratitude is an amazing energy to change your whole life. So if you can focus on gratitude at this time, whether you're in a relationship or not, focus on what you need to do for yourself from the inside, will shape your life, in a much better way. So definitely. Now, I don't know if anyone, I've done two separate sort of cards here, two different decks. And that was one deck, but this is another one. If anyone's in a relationship where it can be a very powerful relationship, and whether it's a soul relationship, but it can have difficulties. It's talking about codependency. Now, that can be a massive issue with people, and recognizing when you're in a codependent relationship is probably the first step to, empowering yourself and changing or attracting the right relationship. So boundaries are an important thing, what your values are, whether you think you deserve love, whether you're afraid to express yourself, whether you're afraid of the consequences of being yourself. There's so many different things that go into being codependent. What do you get out of feeling a victim in a relationship? That can be a confronting question, but it's worth asking yourself that. We all can, I think we all can experience them, and it's actually a very good lesson to come out of them, because then you see relationships in a different light, and you can empower yourself a lot more by recognizing what your part in a codependent relationship is. You can't change the other person, and don't even sort of try, because you'll just waste your energy. All you can do is change yourself. And that's all anyone can do in any given situation, particularly relationships at this time. So that has come up. It's so taking codependency back, sort of back to the core. It's like, do I deserve to be loved? And that's something you can go back, look back and back, even to your childhood, how you were brought up, how you were treated. Your inner child would know this, and so it's worth talking to your inner child. And your childhood stuff would certainly be a trigger for even other lives as well, what you've come in to learn and to change from those past life relationships. So it's a very powerful lesson to look back and understand what codependency is. I mean, at its extreme, there's little bits, and at its extreme, the other end, there can be violence and even, loss of life, because the other person, the perpetrator, doesn't respect the other person. And so if you don't respect yourself, then the other person won't. So again, have a look at that. And you're welcome, Cheryl. I'm glad I could help. So in today's world where judgment is causing so much separation in society, if we just didn't judge ourselves, and then we wouldn't allow others to judge us, things would be very different between friends, lovers, family, communities, and even nations. So if you think about anything today, maybe think about letting go of judgment of yourself and other people, no matter what their decisions may be or whatever they do in their life. We judge every day, in so many ways. It's just recognizing that more and more where we do it. And so if you can let go of that, you will actually free yourself, not only the other person, but you free yourself energetically. And everything is energy. And imagine how different our world would be if we didn't judge. How it would be amazing. So I'm going to do another general one. Anyone got any questions in the comment section? Or questions about anything? Oh, okay. Everyone's being very quiet today. Okay. All right. Hello, Stephen. Would you like a reading? Let me know your birth date if you would like one. Okay, just before I start, so Stephen, would you like a reading? No, that's okay. We're all here to shine, to be our true selves, which is much greater than we think we are. And to do that, we need to seek the truth within us. So that's a big journey. It's not an overnight journey. So please start on your journey, whatever you do. Okay, great, Stephen, won't be a sec. It's taking some action some way so you don't remain stagnant, whatever that may be, helping you move on from, different situations. So what it's saying connect to the higher centers, do your spiritual, do meditation, do whatever it takes to just make some movement in your life. If you're feeling stuck, just take some action in some way to change. It doesn't feel great to be stuck, like to be in the one place, you feel like in a rut. So, through the pandemic and all the things that are going on, finding some light, some peace, some true guidance, you've got to go within, because there's so many people trying to say so much out in the world, and you have to learn to trust your inner knowing, your inner guidance for yourself. So do your meditation and go within to help you get some guidance on how to move forward in your life in some way to create some joy, some happiness. Okay, so we've got Stephen here. Got a few Cancerians here today. And I'm one of them as well. Right. Okay, here we go. You're quite a very sensitive person, being Cancerian as well. So you've come in with a few challenges for yourself, but they're just challenges. That it's not that you can't overcome them. It's strengthening your will to keep going with things and reach out is a big thing. You're probably fairly inward, and maybe your communication needs a bit of help, but you can get help with that. Okay. It's interesting. It's saying probably know when to go into your own space, to retreat from the world, and process your feelings, whatever. Allow get to feel when that is the right time and when to be out. Not to hide all the time, because it's saying get yourself out there and have fun. Flirting, and it doesn't have to be heavy sexual. It's just fun. Flirting is fun, and enjoying yourself and meeting others and letting go of that control of how you think you should be, or showing yourself in some way. Now it's saying it's certainly the having fun bit is major in this reading so far, to get yourself out there, and of course we've just had a full moon in Aquarius, which is like being the rebel. Be who you are. You don't have to conform in that way. It's like learning to be yourself, feel your own self-acceptance, and that goes out to others. It's saying release whether there's a past relationship, a hurt, or someone, saying time to let go of that and move on in some way, whether it's truly physical or just in your mind. If you keep thinking about the past and what happened, it'll just keep you there. So it's saying you will get there, all right? But the big message is go out and have some fun, and be positive about your future. Because there's certainly a true relationship out there for you, and it's real. So if your friends tell you, come on, let's go out and do something, go with them. Do not stay at home. Get yourself out there. Join some clubs, join anything to get you out and about into life. Most definitely. Now, what I'm getting, this next person, there is another person out there for you. They are probably different to what you're used to, which actually is a good thing, because if you've had a few, or a relationship of a certain type that hasn't worked, you want to have let go of a pattern of choosing that type of person, or what you think is important in that person. This person will be different to that. So keep your mind open, just no judgment. And certainly have that value in yourself. Value yourself, who you are, just as you are. Again, self-acceptance. Working on that will change your vibration, and this being able to bring this person into your life. That will happen. But you need to do the work on yourself. Don't avoid it. Don't be afraid of it, because it's worth every minute of feeling uncomfortable at first. It's not that bad. Deal with whatever has gone on in your life. It may be painful, but our pain is supposed to open us up, not shut us down. So don't be shut down. Any questions on that, Stephen? Just put them in the comments there if there's any other questions around that. But that's positive, okay? You're going to be okay. You just get out there and enjoy yourself more. Get into life again and let go of the past hurts. Get a punching bag. That's a good way if you've got past anger or hurt. Any safe way to process any negative feelings will help you move. Exercise, whatever it takes to do that. Okay, oh, that's good. Makes sense. You're welcome. You're welcome. So I'm going to go back. Time has gone very quickly this morning. This afternoon. In this time of change, and I'm actually going to next week carry on the theme of relationships, whether I may do some more readings, but I'm going to talk about relationships a bit more too, because it's such an important part. Every part of our life involves a relationship of some sort, even to, where you live, the chair you sit on, you're in relationship to everything. And it's all about how we feel about something. We create our own universe by our thoughts and our perceptions and our, our biases or our loves, everything. So the more we work on this part of ourselves, how this will change. And the world needs to change the way it sees things so dramatically, and how we see each other. So whatever you do, whether you think you're not contributing to the planet Earth, you will be if you do this work on yourself. Can't stress that enough. It's raising your awareness about how you are in whatever type of relationships and with yourself will make a difference to everyone, even the plants and the animals and the environment. That will change. We all want to live in a peaceful, happy, abundant, healthy world. And so it's up to each and every one of us. It's like not wait for those who you think have the answers. No one really has all the answers to any of it. We have some answers to questions, but you need to find that yourself. We've all chosen to be here at this time, so make your presence here count by being the best that you can be, being the happiest you can be with yourself. And at the end of your life, when you're on the other side and you're looking at what you've done, or how you have affected other people, because you don't magically change when you go to the other side. It's more the illusion of what you thought drops away more, and you can see your own influence. So maybe do that now with yourself and ask, am I enjoying my life? Am I living life to the fullest? Am I being that rebel who I really want to be right now, so I can create a change in this world? Okay, so it looks like there's no one else wanting any readings. I'm not seeing anyone else's name come up, so I might leave you today. And I've really enjoyed myself, and I hope I've been able to help people today. And I feel like I may have helped some people here in the chat room today, so I'm really grateful for that. And I'll definitely looking forward to next week, and when I'm talking more about relationships and the ins and the outs, and how they can help, how we can help ourselves move forward. Okay, so it is goodbye from me, and I hope you all remember, focus on your gratitude and how great you are, just as you are. So I'll say bye for now.
You've been listening to another fabulous program on Angel Heart Radio. Our goal is to remind you of how much you matter in the world, and to let you know that we appreciate who you are in the world. Angel Heart Radio programs are powerful tools. They are not intended, nor should they be used to replace your medical or legal advice. The views and opinions expressed by Angel Heart Radio hosts, guests, co-hosts and associates should not be construed as advice from Angel Heart Radio.